If you purchase an Ultrasabers Mystery Box or Grab Bag Saber, what is the worst hilt model that you could end up with? Well, first of all, worst is very relative. We all have different tastes. So maybe somebody wouldn't want a certain color. Maybe somebody doesn't like a specific style hilt. Whatever. You just never know. It's like if you go to a restaurant and you order the most expensive thing on the menu, that doesn't mean you'll like it the best, right? That could be the thing you actually like the worst on the menu. So who knows? With the concept of Ultrasabers, grab bag or mystery box, there's some randomness in there. So yeah, you could get something that you don't care for as much, or you could get something that kind of grows on you. So you just don't know. In terms of dollar amount, you just keep your expectations realistic. So as long as you expect to get a hilt that's around what you paid, you should be okay. You're not going to get anything lower. That would be ridiculous. If you pay $75 and you end up with a hilt that's $60, that's not really fair, right? Ultrasabers doesn't do that. Now, you can end up with an apprentice or initiate model. That happens, but they'll typically come with an upgrade feature like an AV switch, windows in the emitter, something that will bump up the value of that saber, past what you paid. Another thing to factor in is if you purchase any of the apprentice or initiate hilt models from Ultrasabers, if you purchase them kind of separately, named, they come standard with a 24-inch blade, and you have to pay an additional $10 if you want a full-length blade. But if you get a Mystery Box Saber or a Grab Bag Saber, and you end up with an apprentice or initiate model, that will come standard with a full-length blade, so you don't need to pay extra to upgrade to that full-length blade. Now with Mystery Box, you can select a 24-inch blade if that's what you prefer, but yeah, it comes standard with full length if that's what you want, which, a lot of people would rather have a 32 or possibly 36-inch blade. It's pretty common. So yeah, it's not like the end of the world if you do end up with an apprentice or initiate. That's something that I do think some people dread a little bit, or, in their mind that's maybe their worst case scenario, but I've also heard of people where it kind of ends up growing on them. One of the main reasons they are a little afraid of that, first of all, it's the perception of kind of the lowest value for what you paid. Well, come on, as long as you get kind of something within the range of what you paid, at least the same value, if not more, you really don't have too much of a right to be disappointed, because that's how the Mystery Box and Grab Bag Saber concept works. Pay a certain amount, you get at least that, if not a little higher value. So yeah, that's what you sign up for when you do that. But one thing that people don't look forward to sometimes about getting an initiate or apprentice model is it's some of the shorter hilts. So you can see by comparison, here's the Apprentice LE-V4, and this is a Dark Sentinel LE-V4. And this is more of a full-length hilt, so this is a kind of double-bladed, or not double-bladed, double-handed hilt that you would use. Whereas Initiate, I have an Initiate over here, Initiate and Apprentice are a bit shorter. They're nicer for kids. They're more of a one-handed model, although for me, I don't have like super large hands, so I really could kind of use them as a two-handed hilt too, but that's me. Anyway, I would say don't dread too much getting one of those, because, well, in my opinion too, I really like the apprentice and initiate models, even though they are shorter. I actually prefer an apprentice to a Sentinel or Dark Sentinel LE like this, but that's preference again. Back to, the worst hilt you can get. Well, the worst hilt is one you don't want, but I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want or don't want. If you're so concerned about that, probably getting a Mystery Box or Grab Bag Saber is not for you. You probably just want to go ahead and purchase a specific hilt model that you select. So yeah, I would say there's not really a worst hilt model that you can get, but you have to be open to just, the possibility of getting an Initiate or Apprentice model, possibility of getting something else. That's all there is to it.